Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this Hearthstone Mercenaries Mythic Boss Rush video, I'm going to take a look at another comp, very cheap and very effective comp for Mythic Boss Rush that relies on damage reduction. It's not fast like Fire comp is, but it's pretty cheap to get into a very playable level, and that comp is Celestials. The power of Celestials is all thanks to this treasure, Celestial Protection. Passive, your Celestials take less damage for each that you control. And all Celestials can get this treasure, so when you have a bunch of Celestials in your team, you're very, very likely to get one of these, because it's 50% chance every time you're offered a Celestial treasure to get that. And for example, in this team there's 5 Celestials, so you're just going to get 1 or 2 or 3, something almost every run. I only have enough renown to upgrade that to level 10. Your Celestials take 11 less damage for each that you control, so that's 33 damage reduction when you have 3 Celestials on the board. People have been upgrading that to 15, to 20, to 40, and it just completely nullifies damage. In this budget version, there's still damage incoming, so you still have to play a little bit. You still have to play the game a little bit, but they're already super, super powerful. So I've tried to upgrade the Mercenaries like I usually do, trying to get stuff to 10. I have actually not had enough renown to get even everything to 10, so yeah, it's a little unupgraded comp, but that Celestial Protection is the most important piece. Then I like to open up with Niuzao. I'm using Talisman of the Ox in this comp. Passive after a friendly character loses Divine Shield, give them plus 18 health at level 10. It's pretty close between that one and Helm of Niuzao. It's possible that Helm of Niuzao would actually still be better. That increasing health does have some upsides though, so I've been trying with that one. Then I have Gigi in this comp. I already upgraded Gigi for the Fire comp, so Gigi is by far the most upgraded Merc I have for this comp. I'm using the Blazing Band equipment, but the Blazing Band upgrades are currently bugged, so even though my Blazing Band is level 17, it only acts like level 5, so I don't get the extra damage, I don't get the extra heal power. Once this starts working, it's going to be bonkers, because that means that she is first going to deal a bit of damage, and then both Inspiring Song and Firestorm are going to heal a lot, and Firestorm is going to deal so much damage. Just a wonderful piece of AoE. I know people are also using Flameheart Crystal with Celestials, but I don't think that's necessary by any means, because the idea is that you're going to become invulnerable and then you just don't get any health, so you don't get any healing. I just think Blazing Band is still by far the superior equipment, although in its bugged state I guess it's pretty close, but once that's fixed it's going to be so much better. As my third mercenary, I'm using Xuen. So Pounce, the Celestial Chestplate, this piece of equipment was upgraded. Previously this gave Pounce the steal attack from an enemy ability, but now it's built baseline into Pounce, and Celestial Chestplate is actually going to give all of your Celestials a buff. So Xuen is wonderful with Celestials. Pounce, if I had Pounce really upgraded, I mean it could steal so much attack, it could also reduce incoming attack so much. Wonderful ability. Tiger Lightning, Equalizing Strike, I don't actually think upgrading these is important at all. I mean, if I had the renown, I would still upgrade them to 10, just so that I would get a bunch of stats for pretty cheap, but it only upgrades the Death Blow. You don't want to use that higher than attack anyway that much, so they're not very important. Bounce and Celestial Chestplate is where it's at with Xuen. I also have Yulon on the bench. Yulon, I'm using Pearl of Yulon. Passive, your other dragons and Celestials take 10 less damage, so this one can give you some damage reduction, some extra on top of the treasures as needed. Jadefire Spear would be an alternative, but I don't really like the Spear and Buffet. Also, Spear is currently bugged and won't give you the extra health, so that's a bit of a bummer. Obviously, upgrading Jadecast would be really useful. Upgrading Jadecast a few times and this could actually deal some damage. So once I have some renown again, I'm probably going to upgrade my Jadecast, which is the main ability I want to use with Yulon in this comp. And finally I have Longsin. I'm currently using Bottle of Infinite Stars, but I think Kunlai Crystal might be the choice in the end. This could just be the better one. So that you can use Among the Stars on turn 1 if there's any boss fights where you really need that. Anyway, I didn't have enough renown to upgrade my Longsin, so Longsin is just here for the ride mostly, but obviously this Celestial Breath is going to deal a bunch of damage eventually. And finally, in the 6th slot I have Kuki, because I already leveled up Kuki for the Fire comp. Well, I leveled one thing of Kuki, which is the appetizer. Start of game, give friendly characters more health. So Cookie's here just chilling, giving my characters a little bit more health. You could also substitute potentially some Merc that has some other useful start of game effect. I don't think there's any other Celestials that you really want. I mean, Tyrael is obviously a Celestial, but I just don't think Tyrael fits here at all. I know some people have been using stuff like Sinestra, but I really want to get all Celestials. I don't want to use Dragons on the board, so I just want this spot to be used for someone who's just on the bench and has a start of game effect. And yeah, reasonably cheap to upgrade, slow, but super, super durable. Once you get that Celestial Treasure a little bit upgraded, then they just stop taking damage. And it's a wonderfully effective comp, even though a slow one for Mythic Boss Rush. Let's go give them a try against Dragonbone, Golem and Lokholar. First up, Emperor Thaurissan. Alright, let's do all characters. The lowest health enemy. I'm going to start blasting at that one. Okay. Is Xuen going to survive that? It is, barely, but it is. Good. So this makes damage this turn. Damage equal to this makes out 3 random enemies, okay. We can now give Divine Shields. Inspiring Song isn't upgraded. That's a little awkward. 25 healing is not all that. It might still be something that I need. If I pounce there, that's going to be 95. That's 190 damage, right? So that should be fine. I believe this is fine. There's going to be a Divine Shield here. It's going to be 190 damage. That one's dead. Heat-seeking flames start appearing. Okay, so that's going to deal 120 damage to Xuen. Probably going to be targeted here. So we'll try to reduce the amount of damage there. And we're also going to Firestorm for even more healing.
Job's done.
Firestorm obviously heals Thaurissan as well. But it also heals Xuen. And thereby Xuen survives. Now we can get the Divine Shields here. We're okay. We can get more heal power. It's not yet time to pounce more. It's time to defend. Keep Xuen alive. Make sure Xuen stays alive. That's the priority at the moment. Let's keep healing Xuen for the time being. Okay, we get Xuen to full. 610. We can give Xuen Divine Shield. We can keep healing Xuen. Do we start attacking? No, it's too early to start attacking. We need to be a little bit more strategic here. To be a little bit more strategic, and we're stable. We're already stable against Thaurissan. We can do the Divine Shields. Restore some health. We're doing fine. We're doing fine. We're perfectly stable and we're doing fine. Is there a faster way to kill Thaurissan? Because this will inevitably win. But would I be able to win faster somehow? I do wonder. Healing 16 damage is... It's not making things that much faster. How is it? It really isn't. But the main thing is that Xuen is stable. $120 damage is not intimidating. Yeah, we can just wear Thaurissan down. Slowly but surely here. And then we get to the good point of Celestials, which is the treasures. Maybe there's an easier way, but this is getting there. This is certainly getting there. Divine Shields again. Yeah. Looks good. $150. We'll have 152. So Xuen can survive. It will survive even if Xuen is the one who's targeted. And then we have these again. Did I miscalculate? I may need to Firestorm here.
Job's done.
So that I can get more health on Xuen. Yeah, all going fine. All looking perfectly good. Could have pounced here, actually. That would have killed Thaurissan. Oh, I allowed Thaurissan to have another turn, but that's fine. Here we go with the pounce. Thaurissan is dead. Alright. And as you could see, my Celestials weren't very upgraded, apart from Gigi, who I use in Fire Comp. But then we get to the treasures. And passive, your Celestials take 11 less damage for each that you control. That goes to Yulon now. And then I have this... Then I have this one Murloc here. It's not that useful. Well, Yulon now has the damage reduction passive. That damage reduction is 33 points. Can Omokk kill somebody? There are still some risks. So we need to bring Yulon now. I think I'm bringing Yulon Niuzao. And Gigi for this one. 33 damage reduction. Obviously, if my treasure was better, then I would just be totally immune. 33 means that I will still take some damage. Did they not get... They did not get a shadow damage buff. That's a first. I had not seen that before. We'll start blasting into that one first. Try to get some of those divine shields and stuff. Because here we still take damage and Omokk can kill mercs that are damaged. 7 speed, 5 speed. This does nothing. That does deal some damage. I want to get rid of that one. I want to get the divine shields in. And I want to heal up the damage that has already been taken. With the divine shields, Should actually be fine here. Everyone's at full health, so we don't die to Omokk's ability. And we even have some bubbles left, which is nice. More attacks are coming. Not sure. More blazing songing over there. Too bad the equipment is broken or not non-functional. Then that one again. Double your attack and attack random enemy. That one does nothing. So we should be fine, right? Because we can get the Divine Shields again. And Firestorm should be able to heal. If Firestorm doesn't heal Niuzao to full, then I am actually in trouble. It does heal to full. We have the bubbles, which means that we are able to withstand this. Okay. So far so good. Need to work on getting rid of this one. 39 damage. 3 speed slower. Okay. So 39 actually goes through my very limited damage reduction. Lives at 1 speed. Lives at 1 health. That does no damage. So we'll do the Divine Shields again. We'll do the Firestorm again. And this will be fine. No one's damaged again. Wonderful. And from here we're starting to be in the clear. Because now Omokk simply doesn't have the damage without the red ad. Earthstomp does deal some damage though. That's perfectly fine. Going to Firestorm a little again. Firestorm's probably fine. Looking good. Taunting Strike, fine, fine. No worries. It's going well. Obviously, if my abilities were a little bit more upgraded, then this would be even easier. But we're still pulling through. And when we get a second damage reduction treasure, which we are very, very likely to get, then just, even with this level of treasures, these will become invulnerable, effectively. There. So now we have Yulon, and we have Niuzao with the damage reduction. Getting Celestial Alignment for this one. It's not particularly useful, but fine. So now we have 66 points of damage reduction. Actually, Maestra can deal more than 66 damage, right? Yeah, but not that much more. So here we have Yulon. We have Niuzao. Maestra has more than 66 attack already. And Maestra will also gain more attack during the fight. Do I want to try to do Xuen? Or do I want to try to do Gigi? I think Gigi is fine here. Gigi is able to heal up my team as well. Xuen would deal more damage, but would not be able to heal. I start the blasting. Should have brought Gigi so it would be opposite Maestra. For the treasure to work. That one can deal no damage to my Mercs. Actually, it will get more and more attack as time goes on. That's totally fine too. We just start to work on stacking that heal power up. With 66 points of damage reduction on these, then this should all be good. Divine Shield on that one too. That's funny. Then some blasting. And why not more blazing songing as well. Just grinding our way through this Maestra. It's still a little scary because, like, I have Jadecast 5 here. I hit about 5. So there are definitely still weaknesses left in this comp. But as they're more upgraded, then everything should be easier. And this is a level 100 after all, so it's not like this would this is as high of a level as you can put it this right now. Just keep blasting. A little bit of different GG positioning would have done wonders too. Just speed up the process at least. Or if GG equipment worked, that would also do a lot. Let's get those Divine Shields going. Good Divine Shields. And final blast, and we're through Maestra. If I had a few more levels of the defensive ability, this would be even stronger. Start of game give you casters +10 spell power. That sounds really good. Because then we can keep that on the bench and still have some power. So as long as I bring Niuzao and Yulon, I now have 66 points of damage reduction. And like if I had a level 15 treasure, I would have 50% more. Those are pretty significant numbers. Like, imagine having more than 90. Just the entire effect that would have. Normal position GG in the middle. So that I will be able to use the treasure to its fullest. Most of these things do nothing right now. Actually, I think I want to get rid of the Dragonbone Golem itself. Getting rid of that one isn't... I mean, it gives these buffs, which means that they can then damage my characters. As long as they can't damage my characters, that's cool. Well, Lokholar was able to deal a couple of points. Not much, but a little. I guess we'll just start firestorming. I can just ignore everything and just go with it. Alright. Now, that Death Rattle and its effect on giving these more attack. That is potentially awkward. but it should all be fine. Those Lokholar attacks, they're a little bit scary. But Lokholar doesn't have enough attack yet to really make a big difference. Does it now? Alright, it's getting a little bit over 20 true per go. Well, we can do Divine Shields again. We can do a Firestorm here. This will still be fine. Get all these Divine Shields in. Divine Shields are not even popped if you don't deal enough damage to actually deal damage. The Firestorms start to reduce the numbers a little bit. More Primus than Frostwolf Grunt. Yeah, that's not a problem. I could kill this Frostwolf Grunt. I guess I will. I suppose it's useful. Just kill that one. Yeah. I mean, even with somewhat modest upgrades, Celestials are really powerful. This is with level 10 treasure. So if I had like 15 or even 20 or something there, it would just be totally bonkers. They just don't take any damage. Obviously, fire is much faster than Celestials, but these do have their upsides. That Lokholar is getting pretty big, though. Little scary fellow right there. I think it's time to blast it away. Time to get rid of Lokholar before it gets to do more attacks. Do I need Divine Shields? We could do the Divine Shields and a bit of Firestorming. Why not? Why not? Yeah, that really didn't matter too much. Golem itself is quite sturdy because of all the buffs it gets, but it's all cool as well.
Job's done.
Alright, and one more move, Firestorming away the final golems, and we're through. And because this was a repeat clear, 25 renown. I can upgrade one ability. 52 turns. That took a while, but this was a fairly budget version of this comp. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.